on life and money. Check out all of our shows from the Ramsey Network wherever you listen to podcasts.
Ramsey Show ending. Aftershow beginning, live on both the Twitches and the YouTubes. All right, put my links in the chat here and we will get going. Alrighty. What up, Sid? Almost got all of the links in the chat before somebody came in and typed something. That's alright though. We'll take that every time. Alright, everybody ready to sing? Let's get a little agua first. Me, 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 me. Time to sing the kitten step song, right, Sid? Listen for the drum. No, yeah, drum taps. Like all plans, it starts with step 1. $1,000 emergency fund. Step 2, you'll pay off all your debt. Mortgage, we don't do that yet. This will pay off your consumer debt. Every one of those charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. You stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. Messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, that's why I go, and why I host this after show. If you don't like the way it's working out, then you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Now step 4 is when you can take a breath and go less gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for college. The 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. And now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, that's why I go, that's why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like the way it's working, meow, you should do the kitten steps. And if you want to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Kittens, take it home. Live from Columbus, OH, It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it. All things financial and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. Links at the top of the chat and in the video description below. You can email me about anything. Yes, anything. CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. Especially if you'd like to sing that Baby Step song. You can even change around some of the words, like I just did. You can get me on Instagram, add me on the gram, like Coach Steve Money, no space. And if you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, that's paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat. Maddie Bags. Sid's running, walking. All right, let's see what else went on here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, today was a new Ramsey show, and hosts were Dave Ramsey and Ken Coleman, which I don't have working at the same time, which I don't have a song for either of them, unless you count the Baby Step song for Dave, which you could. So that means now we go market report. There we go. All right. So as you can see, Russell Small Cap Index leading the way today, 1.57% up. S&P 500 and NASDAQ just under 1% each. The S&P 500 0.01 higher than the NASDAQ for today. And Dow Jones 0.8%. So as far as fantasy mutual funds, I generally do a little bit better than the NASDAQ, so hopefully that will be enough to get me the crown for today. We'll find out in the morning. Did we have any? Oh, let's see if it. Oh, article limit, so we can't lower our losses by Home Depot and the Walmart earlier this morning, and it was a 200-point fall. But as you can see, it did. Let's check on that Dow. 200-point fall. But then it did come back nicely there to finish up the day at 0.8%. Let's see. We have Five Below and Billy and Five Below tomorrow, and then on Thursday Billy and Neo and DocuSign. I wonder why. Oh, because that's in the morning, maybe. Why that's a different color. Different colors for different times, maybe. I don't know how that works. And then next week, Kroger and the Adobe, which I just installed Adobe Acrobat Reader on this laptop I'm working on. So the only of the most followed single stocks on the Google, the only one down today was Amazon, 1.43. And that had gone up yesterday with news of the stock split. Let's see who's the most up today. Apple 1.76% up, followed by the Microsoft 1.4% up. See what the rest of the planet did. Mostly down on the Europe, mostly down on the Asia. Euro up on the dollar, US dollar up on the Japanese yen, the British pound up on the US dollar, the Canadian dollar up on the US dollar, sorry, and the Australian dollarmite up on the US dollar. Shrimps on all the bobbies. Crypto mixed. Looks like your Cardano, and that could change in an instant. Wasn't this just negative and then bobbled out of down? Oh, as you can see, yeah, since what is that? 2:30 a.m. It looked like was the bottom of it in the past 24 hours, and or in the past since midnight rather, is when the clock resets on this. Like the clock resets at 4 p.m. Eastern time is when the market closes, but the crypto does not close. So, and now it's a little bit up on the Bitcoin. Let's see. Let's just take a look at all of them and see if they all follow. It looks like they're all following about the same, except crypto looks like came back. Cardano looks like came back a little earlier in the day and has gone higher. XRP, never heard of this until it came up on this tracker here. And the Dogecoin down still, so people not liking the Doge. And is that it? Is that all we have for this today? Yes. Okay, so this from stock futures dip following 2 straight days of gains on the Wall Street. And let's take a look at that. Opening new tab. That was probably older because now after hours trading is up. As you can see, mostly almost at the same 0.8 as or the Dow. No, the Dow was 0.8 today, wasn't it? Yes, Dow was 0.8 today. My mistake. S&P 500 index 0.79%, Nasdaq 0.7%, Dow 0.64%. So there we go. What up, AJ? Did you see the Cardano, AJ? All of the crypto pretty much had opened lower than it was at midnight last night, and I guess it's not really an open like the stock market is. It's just a continuation from 11:59 p.m. And then it just from there it just had been down a lot of the day and then picked up here, and Cardano is the most up there. I wouldn't go as far as say it's going to the moon, but so anyway, we did the it's a stock futures dip, but now that may have been right after the market closed. Like after the first hour, it is now 6:16 p.m., which is 2 hours and 16 minutes after the market closed. All right, from CNBC, your next quarterly 401k statement may be alarming. Here's why. The Secure Act passed in 2019 included a provision about lifetime income illustrations on 401k statements. And I'm guessing that doesn't mean graphics. Many people will soon see them for the first time on their statements for the second quarter. The illustrations estimate how your current 401k balance translates into monthly income. The figure may be much lower than expected, but the situation might not be as bad as you think, and young investors likely have ample time for a course correction. Let's see if it shows an example of what that might look like. So I guess it is a graphic. My bad. Show investors how much money they save for retirement, among other information such as investing allocations. Soon they'll also see how their nest egg translates into a monthly income stream. That's fun. I wonder if that's just on 401ks or for Roth IRAs. We'll do that as well. And I guess if you don't think that's enough, you could put your money into something that is making more gains. What they're calling the course correction here. Illustrations also don't account for Social Security or any savings outside of it, so you will have that on top of it. You might have to rewire your thinking, which could happen if you start listening to Dave Ramsey and following the baby steps. I will try to find an example of that, see if they have that somewhere. Oh, let's look for that now. Why don't we? Because everybody loves America's favorite segment, which is Steve Google Stuff. Pension benefit statements, lifetime. It may be something like this. Boom, boom, boom. These are annuities. Lifetime income illustration explained. That is a video. I want to play a video. Department of Labor might have something on that. Let's see. Let's go to there. And if not, I'll look tomorrow. If I remember, of course. Sid, remind me. Remind me to look. Secure Act. Here's an example of what one would look like. No, it doesn't have it on there. Okay, so I'll see if I can find one of those. So that's that one. This is from Ars Technica. Texas Attorney General enters Musk Twitter fight by ordering Twitter to provide spam data. Paxton demands the spam data that Musk hasn't been able to get from Twitter, and that's been the holdup because they are saying, what are they saying? They're saying that it's a very small percentage of users that are spam accounts, and yeah, they're saying that their financial regulatory filings that fewer than 5% of all users are bots. Doubt. When they may in fact comprise as much as 20% or more. Yeah. So we'll see if Attorney General asking from, and Twitter, of course, declined comment on it. Maybe they should tweet about it. Musk's offer to buy Twitter waived business due diligence, but he claims he is entitled to more spam data because this information is necessary to facilitate the closing of the transaction. All right. As the Musk turns right there. Boo, boo, boo. Also from CNBC. Let's see. Oh, look, it's Troy Story. When did Troy Story come in? Okay, I see. Thanks for dropping by there, Troy Story. I remember you. Boom, boom, boom. Here's how to save $1 million for retirement on a $60K salary broken down by age. So this is your video right there. Saving a set percentage of your salary every month is a simple way to grow your retirement over time, but figuring out how much your monthly contributions will be worth decades down the line can be difficult. As a rule of thumb, most financial advisors suggest you save 10 to 15% of your salary. But if you're 15%, but if your goal is to get to $1 million, the percentage that you need to invest will vary considerably based on how old you are when you start. And some of us have started older than others. Let's see, do they have a nice little, no, they don't. All right, model here assumes you start with no savings, plan to retire at 65, and have investments that earn 6% annually. They are doing the fun investment professional thing, Wall Street people, by probably factoring in all the fees and the inflation in it. 6% is not that great. Boom, boom, boom. It doesn't account for variables such as pay increases, employer matches, inflation, or any other financial curveballs that life may throw at you. Watch the video to find out how to best save $1 million for retirement on a 60K salary. All right, we'll just skim through it a bit. Hopefully YouTube won't get mad about that. Let's see.
$1 million for retirement might seem out of reach.
Okay, let's get rid of the sound and then just and boom, 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 boom. Where is there are the assumptions? We already talked about that. Hopefully be a graph right there. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that fun? At age 25, if you do 10% of your income, you'd have to do 14 at age 30. As you can see right, yeah. And then 35, you have to do 20%. At age 40, you'd have to do, I'm guessing 29%. I was going to say 28. At 45, you have to do 43%. This is going to be lower, obviously. These numbers are going to be, the percentage of income is going to be higher. There's a nice graph. Look at that. There we go. So there we go. That's what you would need to save for that. And again, this assumes 6%. And this is of assuming 60K income. But this is only 6% growth. Boom, boom, boom. You have sent this to me before? All right. Well, it was a new article today, maybe an old video perhaps. So, but they repeat things over and over again. So yeah. All right, this from also from CNBC. OnlyFans says it's not seeing a Netflix-like slowdown in subscribers despite rising inflation. Shocker on that. OnlyFans execs say the platform has not experienced a slowdown in subscriber numbers despite climbing prices. In April, Netflix reported its first quarterly drop in paid users in more than a decade. Last year, OnlyFans faced intense backlash from its users over a decision to ban pornography, and 2 seconds later, they said, oh, okay, we won't do that then. And so, there you go. As you can see, Netflix down today 0.63 cent and or 63 cents. And which translates into 32.32% down. Lastly, some technical environmental Political news from Reuters. EU agrees EU, the European Union, agrees single mobile charging port in blow to Apple. So Apple has until 2024 to make changes. Company has said the change will hurt innovation. Apple could gain sales boost from selling newer phones. Apple must change the connector on iPhones sold in Europe by 2024 after EU countries and lawmakers agreed on Tuesday to a single charging port for mobile phones, tablets, and cameras in a world first. Where does it say? iPhones are charged from a lightning cable while Android-based devices use USB-C connectors. The company, which did not immediately respond to a request for comment, had earlier warned that the proposal would hurt innovation and create a mountain of electronics waste, which I believe they're trying to avoid now by having all the different ones. Let's see. Despite that, shares were up 0.9% in morning trade in New York, and they were up more than that, 1 point something, I believe, to finish out the day. But yeah, they did decide to go with USB-C as the standard over there in the EU. So, time is reddit.com/r/Dave Ramsey, and again, this site run by Ramsey fans, not by Ramsey Solutions. Ramsey Solutions runs on Facebook the Ramsey Baby Steps community, and it has to be exactly that one. If it's not exactly that one with those exact words, Ramsey Baby Steps community, it could be one of the other ones that are not run by Ramsey Solutions. And if I'm not mistaken, even that one is horrible. As far as the amount of ish stuff and other people or people complaining about stuff, etc., etc. But that's the internet for you. What can you do? You can't really have a am I a mod for the Reddit group? I am not. They did let me post my Baby Step song on there. But when I asked them if I could post they didn't respond to me when I asked them if I could post the Deloney song on there like 3 months later. Guess they weren't into me anymore, but they did let me post that on there, and that got me a couple views. Oh, let's see. Different_luck_6015. Any suggestions? Recently started a new job paying around $7K more than the last job, with the benefit of being remote. Unfortunately, due to the high cost of their bennies, I'm finding that I'm actually making less money than before. And unable to meet the high deductible, $3,500, to even utilize the benefits. I'm feeling frustrated because I'm on year 2 of Baby Step 2 and can't seem to make it to the finish line without continually getting pushed back due to inflation, circumstances, etc. I have around $20,000 left on my last debt student loan, but I'm feeling extremely discouraged since I'm feeling like I'm working all the time for no reward. I want to buy a house, but the end seems nowhere in sight. Any advice? Well, you don't do that while you're on Baby Step 1 and while you don't have a full emergency fund, but I mean, that sucks, but you didn't do enough research on the job change. So if you're actually making less money than before, then you can't, you're behind. So maybe start looking for a different job again, and this time realize what the net is going to be, the net income, rather than just the it'll be this amount plus these benefits, and then not taking into account the cost of the benefits. All right, and 39 comments for that, so I'm sure they've taken care of that person. Yeah, Facebook group is all ish, and people asking if their scenario is an exception to the baby steps. Polsky says, yeah, that's right. Everybody likes to be an exception and a snowflake, and not one size fits all. One size does fit all with this. Let's see. Fisherman _30. Hi, everyone. Vehicle allowance. Your vehicle should only get allowance if they have been good. If they're bad, send them to their garage with no gas. Hi, everyone. I know Dave Ramsey's rule is to not spend more than half of your household income on vehicles. The only thing I don't understand is how often you should buy a vehicle. Can we spend half our annual salary on vehicles once every 5 years, 10 years? That's not how it works. 15 comments on that too. What that means is half of the household income should not be the total cost of every vehicle in your house. Every vehicle that you're in your household. Anything that's parked on your house or near your house that you own, anything with a motor in it shouldn't be more than half your household annual income. The worth of it, even after you buy it. So even though you buy it next year, when you buy it next year, whatever it's worth next year, that still counts as part of that sum. So yeah, once again, half of your household income, the total amount of everything you have with motors in it should not equal half. Or that's the max on that. Alrighty. 8 hours ago from Ptarmigan Ridge Trail. I believe that's a female, and baby step 3 flare, a common, persistent, continuous. She posts a lot is what the word I was looking for. I can't remember I don't remember the word. Can't think of the word right now. Frequent poster on here. Budgeting question. I've been using the free version of Every Dollar for about 3 months. For the first time, I feel like what Every Dollar is saying I have remaining matches what's in my bank account. Feels good. I also moved my partner's Uber side gig financials to another bank. Sorted. Okay. Yay, now, maybe I'm getting the feeling of staying inside the parameters of my categories and not just tracking or being surprised. How long did it take you? And what was your process learning budgeting? All right, you got 5 on that. I didn't like Every Dollar, so having a partner side gig financials move to another bank, I guess you did that. You may have combined financials, don't know about that, but you just wanted the side gig stuff out so that it would match your Every Dollar. And so I know some people that change that amount in there to match what they have in the bank every month. So it just depends on how you use it and the way you use it, basically. That just depends on that. But as far as how long it took me and what was my process learning budgeting, it wasn't too bad. It was like most people when I first did it. I mean, I did it on a spreadsheet and hashtag spreadsheet, and basically, I mean, I that was when I was married, and my wife at the time was doing most of the grocery shopping, so I had no idea. So I was way low on guessing what that was going to be, and so that did take a while. I think I got a hold of it pretty quickly, so probably within like the where Rachel says at least 3 months. Give yourself at least 3 months on budgeting. Probably about in there. I was all fine. Our expenses didn't change all that much from month to month, so that definitely made it easier. But yeah, just some people love the apps, and some people just can't deal with them. So that's all I have on that. Let's see what Sid has to say. Running a side hustle through your main account is a pain in the ass, she says. So in that case, Sid, is your side hustle the A? If they were in the AITA subreddit there. Let's see. Every dollar matched for me right away, but we were on a budget for 2.5 years before we started the baby steps, saving up for our wedding. How did you do before you got every dollar? How were you doing the budget, Sid? Interesting. All right. I just want to see what people have asked. Arnold A, 2024, trying to be helpful. Just posted. Anyone need any advice or having trouble with anything? Let's start a conversation. Let's see what we got here. What do y'all think about retirement investing while still trying to pay off debt? So basically, anybody need advice or have any trouble with anything? Let's start a conversation. All right, here's how I'm going to be ish, is all of them. Here's how I want to be ish. I'm much more comfortable still invest. You're not supposed to be comfortable while you're paying off debt. That's the whole thing. I'm much more comfortable still invest. You're not supposed to be comfortable. Being not comfortable will make you pay off the debt quicker. You should follow the baby steps is the answer to all this. There you go. Check out Arnold. Original poster there answering. Gives you more cash to pay off your debt and gets the snowball rolling. How about that? Boom, boom, boom. I was just seeing he didn't put what step he's in though. Let's see. That's somebody else answering. It depends. I think it depends. It does not depend. If you're going to follow Dave Ramsey's advice, it does not depend. This one ish. Dave answer equals no. I would at least do 401 through K to report your match. That's a common answer. Is everybody answering the same question, or is there another one? Target dates. Yeah, people actually recommending target dates in here. Okay, so it wasn't, and I thought there might be a bunch of different topics there. So, yep, Polsky, you're right. Is my in my situation an exception? Yeah, negative, good buddy. Negative Ghost Rider. Pattern is full. All right, this from Broadway X Star. Broadway X Star, I guess. 06. Gas prices, inflation, and job opportunities. Oh my. In Baby Step 2, help. Baby Step 2, flare. Hello. Semi newlywed here. Yeah, husband and I had a lot of challenges after getting engaged, had a career change, and he ended up starting his own business, and we had to make a lot of changes to our wedding, which ended up costing more than we anticipated. Of course it did. We have been making fairly good progress in Baby Step 2, but inflation and gas prices have been making it extremely difficult. Okay, it's a paragraph, so I'm going to comment. Had to make a lot of changes to our wedding, which ended up costing more than we anticipated. Well, that means you didn't put a budget, you didn't set a budget for the wedding and stay within that amount. Then that's what happened there. So let's see. I may have an opportunity to take a remote position with my current company, but it's possible that it could be a 10K pay cut. May heavily impact my end of year bonus. Typically, I have earned 5 to 7K, and I'd be working a different schedule while overall working more. And a 10K pay cut. This would majorly impact my side hustle, which is 15 hours weekly learning and working the family business. So that's going to be a no from me, dog. I would not put you through to Hollywood to do that then. I would not take the different job, since it's not only going to be a 10K pay cut from what you were making there, it's also going to take you away from your side hustle. And hopefully you are getting paid while you're working the family business, hopefully. I could continue to work as I am now, but do not fully live with my husband based on the commute, 45 minutes each way. I rent a room separately and pay for just a room and split stays between my husband's home and the closer room. What? As it stands right now with the split commute, I am filling my... So that's an hour and a half. No, yeah, 45 and 45. That's an hour and 30. Yeah, an hour and a half. And so yeah, so that's taking a bunch of money away to do that. As it stands right now with this split commute, I am filling my gas tank at least twice a week. Okay, so if you subtract the room and the gas, then maybe it would be worth it then, after all. But you do have to consider, maybe that would be $10K, depends on what you're paying for the room and gas a year. Consider that. But as far as, I think, learning and working the family business, I think on the side hustle, while also hopefully earning pay for 15 hours working there a week, that would definitely make me consider that in there. But that's just a weird situation. 45, maybe option 3, find a different job in the same city where your house is what I'm thinking. Let's see. As I stand right now, it's split commute. Gas has just reached $6 a gallon. Yeah. So I'm spending at least $6.50 a month on gas. So $6. If it's $6, that means a higher cost of living. At least higher than here, where it just got to $4.99 today or yesterday, I think. $4.99 here in Columbus, Ohio. That's 20% of my take-home pay, including the additional income. Is what? The whole thing or just the gas? Oh, yeah, if that's just the gas, yeah. Yeah, fine. I would find a different... I can't... Oh, I'm not really sure why. I can't... work a different position. I can't find a similar position located closer in with the same schedule I've been looking for over a year. Yes, taking the remote position would be less regular driving, save some money there, but I would not be able to earn as much. Working for the family business, plus the inflation on everything else would have a great impact on my lower pay. Everything is impacted by the cost of gas. Sure. What about working full-time for the family business? Is that an option? See if they can have you there on the full-time. Let's see. Can you talk to your company or find a different job closer to home? Yep. Okay, so nobody else thought of that, but yeah, different job in the same town, or see if you can work full-time. Full-time, even if it has to be full-time at your family's business, and then part-time elsewhere. And that's what I would suggest. The famous third option. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. Minimum emergency fund size. Well, if you're like a college student, 500 is fine for that. David said that. But otherwise, starter emergency fund is $1,000. Oh, so expenses pretty low. So 6 months of them for an emergency fund comes out to about $6,500. I'm wondering whether I should account for an increase in expenses in the near future and finish baby step 3 at $10,000. I mean, you can. That seems a little bit excessive. If your actual expenses, the only like an exception to that would be is if you don't have to pay rent now, and you will possibly, if something could happen where, like, if you're still living with parents and would have to possibly move out at some time, if you have some kind of disagreement with them or something else, and then you'd have to account for rent as well, you may want to add a rent amount into your expenses. Or at $10,000, and so that wouldn't rent wouldn't be another $3,500. So $10,000 might be excessive, but you could make it a little bit more than that. let's see, by the end of, that would delay my baby step 4 by about 2 months, and 2 months isn't that big a deal. Yeah, I'm not sure the best course of action here. Any advice is appreciated. Yeah, so just like I said, I mean, try to anticipate any other expenses that could happen, but we don't know the situation. There's 30 comments. Let's see if the and people are no advice. Advice is CE, ADVICE, advice. This is advise. 1100 per month is awesomely low monthly expense. Yeah, if you can keep that up for even a few years, you'll be able to stash away a lot of money. True. So, like I said, if you're living with parents or something like that, let's see. What is this? Do not pet a burning dog. Probably good advice. I mean, you could pet them like with a blanket as you're trying to put the fire out. Let's see if the OP gave any extra added information. Otherwise, we'll let it lie with what we suggested before. And when I say we, I mean me. I should clarify, I do not have an emergency fund yet. Some medical bills came up and have drained my account nearly to dregs, but I should be able to save $3,500, a 3-month fully emergency fund by August. Okay, so you got to start there then. Nope. So OP didn't say about how they're able to have those low expenses. So, and could be, like I said, could be college kid. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? One day ago, let's see. Jordan Thompson, should I invest my 3B savings? And we did not do this one because it's not lightened. It was dark blue. Jordan Top 81. Baby step 3B. Currently, I have my down payment in a regular savings account. Should I move them to an investment account until I purchase my home? I'm still about 1 to 2 years away from waiting to purchase a home. No, because 1 to 2 years is not enough time to assure that the market will be up when you, or at least have a high percentage. Dave recommends 5 years for that, for putting, for saving up for a purchase. He does that, but you do have to have it. You have to plan for having it in there for 5 years, because the market could be down right when you want to use it. So, like if you put it in there, and 1 or 2 years from now, you wanted to buy a house, and the market was still down. Or the market, from when you started saving for it, or when you bought into the market, if it's still down 1 to 2 years from now, then you would have to say, okay, well, we'll wait till this comes back to buy a home. But then you can't be all having house fever and say, oh, we got to have a house now. If you're definitely going to buy a house in 2 years, you leave it in your money market or a regular savings account. You could make a little bit more money probably in a high yield savings account / money market account. You can check bank rate for that rate on that. Alrighty. Anderson Outdoors. How to get wife on board with paying off the mortgage aggressively. She likes to hoard cash in savings. I lean towards paying down the mortgage. Yeah, that's the Ramsey advice, is to pay off the house before investing extra, and before having any more than at most a 6-month emergency fund. You would do a lot better by paying down the mortgage, because then you don't have a house payment, and then she can save all that cash. I would try to go from that until the benefits of having the house paid off, because then you don't have, it cuts your expenses down per month, because you don't have a mortgage payment anymore. And then you would be in baby step 7, and then you can do whatever you want except put yourself in a lower baby step again, because you don't want to do that. So at that point, any house if you would move up in house, you would only spend as much as your current house could sell for. But yeah, as far as getting a spouse on board, that is the roughest thing with this. Boom, 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 boom. She likes to hoard cash in savings. Yeah, because it's not due just having in savings. I get it because that's comfort for her, but that's not doing anything for you. The 6-month emergency fund should be enough for that. And so some people have, maybe she's a depression baby or something like that. Who knows? Where she thinks the world is going to end. I know a bunch of people think the world's going to end any day now. And so, of course, having a bunch of cash in savings if the world ends is not going to help you either. So, since she's your wife, I tell a bunch of people this, since she's your wife, you would know a lot better than me as to what she's looking for by hoarding that cash. And you come at it like from that angle. But the main thing would be just the truth, the facts, which would be if you pay off the mortgage, then you have a house to live in, and you don't have to pay a mortgage payment anymore. So, which would be enough for me, but I'm logical though. Yeah, it was good to just a flexibility. What do you need to be flexible for? I mean, has she needed a bunch of money that she would have been needed to be flexible for before? I mean, sometimes that's not going to be it either, because she's just thinking of the what ifs. But that's how it goes there with that. And yeah, good luck with that. That is the worst thing. At the very least, though, hopefully you could get her to compromise. And if you're not already paying extra on the mortgage, at least pay extra and at least give her half. Then take the extra at the end of the month and put half into savings to appease her, and put the other half on the house. That kind of thing would be a nice compromise. So, yeah, great income, not much expenses, and both savers. Yep. Yeah, your problems could be worse than not paying the house off quite as fast as you want to. And I feel your pain on that, because I'd be the same as you. I would want to get that thing gone immediately, and then you have that mortgage payment that you can save every month. So does she have any plans for that? Ask her about that. Ask her about when there's a whole mortgage payment left that we don't have to send to the bank anymore. That whole mortgage payment we get to keep every month. Ask her what her plans for that are. Maybe that will help, or it'll backfire. Who knows? But your spouse, so you would probably know better than me. But that's a good question. Thank you so much for asking. All right, I did not play any Uncharted last night, so I may tonight. Wednesdays and Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Old Man Video Gaming. So that's definitely we'll play something tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. As far as tonight, may or may not. Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time is the Ramsey Show Aftershow show. That's this show. Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time is Tech Support with Coach Steve Money. Curse of Oak Island recaps on hiatus until there's a new Curse of Oak Island show or companion show aired. But I do a bunch of Old Man Video Gamings that are bonus ones that are not on Wednesday and Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So you can look out for those as well. Go to my plugs here, in addition to being at the top of the chat and in the video description below. My plugs are on the right side here of my YouTube banner, and you just click schedule a financial consultation if you would like to do that. Coaching consultation. I'm a Ramsey Solution Certified Financial Coach. You click on the financial coaching, it gives you the calendar, and you can choose a date. How about July 4th? I don't think I have plans for July 4th. I can meet with you July 4th. Independence Day. You click on the time you want, and Calendly will let me know when you would like that appointment, and I'll email you to let you know what information I need in order to accurately financially assess you. PayPal, that's for donations, and that's paypal.me/CoachSteveMoney. Instagram is CoachSteveMoney, no spaces. Add me on the Grump. And email is CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can ask me about the financial stuff, about the Ramsey stuff, about anything on my channel, including Oak Island, Ramsey stuff, video gaming, computers, and the songs I've written. And you can especially contact me through email if you would like to sing the Baby Step song or any of the other songs here that you see here. And you can pre-record them, or we can do it live. Either way, or I can help you with the pre-recording. We have the technology to do all that. All right, I hope everybody has a wonderful night. Make smart financial decisions every day.